Bro, I was truly amazed when I found out about this. It was finally clear to me why all those bad things were happening back then, and right now I see more blessings and success in my life every single day. I won't lie to you, I saw this idea from Muhammad, credits to him, but once I realized what he was saying and I connected it with my experience, it truly made sense and opened my eyes. I felt a huge duty to spread this message even more. It was like a responsibility that once I knew this information, I would feel guilty if I didn't tell you. I basically found the easiest way to success. And I'm pretty sure lots of you watching this video are destroying your lives by making these big mistakes. I'm talking about the way we sleep. This whole idea comes down to Earth having this huge magnetic field that attracts different things depending on their facing direction. Have you ever asked yourself, how does the compass always show north? Well, it's because of this thing that I'm about to tell you. Also, the built-in GPS telling the birds to fly south when the winter comes. That's what I'm talking about. The Earth is just a huge magnetic field and you just need to place yourself in the right direction in order to get the things you want flawlessly. The direction that's facing destiny, prosperity, success. Just like the Earth, our body is also a magnetic field. So you have to place yourself in the right direction in order for your effort to be turned into success. When you face the wrong direction, it's like trying to swim upstream a river. You will have to put so much effort for a little result. If you want to do things effortlessly, you'll have to flow with the currents. Don't try to swim up the river, but flow with its direction. Muhammad talks about this from a religious perspective, and I agree 100% with him. But because I'm an Orthodox Christian, I don't have the knowledge from the Quran. I can tell you about my real life experience. Basically, this whole idea behind the secret to richness and destiny is the way we place our head when we sleep. If your head faces north when you sleep, that means illness and death. The explanation behind this is basically our bodies have iron, just like the birds and the compass. So when we sleep with our head facing north, all the iron from our body comes to our head. The same force that makes the magnet in the compass point north, or the same force that tells the birds where south is, that same force pulls all the iron from our whole body in our head, which ends up in illness and, in worst case scenario, death. I mean, according to this information, if you sleep with your head facing north, in the best case scenario, you'll have a shit life. Oh my god, man, this all explains why I had a pretty shit life back when I was living in my previous house, before I moved out. My bed was facing north. And to back this up, I swear this is a true story. This happened really often back then. I would go to bed and just couldn't fall asleep for hours. I was changing positions, trying to sleep on the side or on the stomach or on my back, and I would end up rolling in my bed for 5 hours straight, being awake. Once I changed my position, I basically laid down with my head facing south instead of my head facing north. I felt a relief immediately. Bro, this is a true story. I remember this one night, it was like 10 years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. That night, I couldn't fall asleep for hours. And I got so frustrated and didn't know what to do. So my childish brain was like, let's turn around. I was skeptical, but I didn't have other choice. I'm telling you, once I turned around with my head facing south, I felt a relief immediately. I felt comfortable and calm, and I actually fell asleep couple of minutes later. I remember waking up the next day fresh, although I slept for a couple of hours and I was just confused. I remember being like, how did I fall asleep once I turned around? It didn't make any sense, but now it all makes sense, man. Unfortunately, I had no one to teach me back then and I didn't have the knowledge. So I continued sleeping with my head facing north, and I can say I didn't enjoy that time. It all changed when I moved out. Right now, My head faces east or south when I sleep, and I no longer feel depressed, and I haven't been ill in ages. Bro, when I was living in my house back then, I would just randomly get sick all the times, or have stomach aches, or be sad all the time and had all these problems. Right now I'm putting it all together and it all makes sense. Once I stopped sleeping with my head facing north, my life just took a more beautiful turn. I got into a healthy relationship, I got real friends, I wasn't depressed anymore, I became financially free, I haven't got sick in years. I actually wish I knew this earlier, and I felt a huge duty to make this video. I literally wrote this script in 4 in the morning because I couldn't sleep that night after learning this finally. So, what are you waiting for? Change your bed position immediately. Every direction is good besides north. East means destiny, west means longevity, south means prosperity. Just make sure your head doesn't face north when you sleep. Also, another thing, your work desk shouldn't be facing north either. Basically, any place that you spend more time in during the day shouldn't be facing north. You can point them in any direction, expect for north, and trust me, you will feel the difference immediately. But that's not it. There's tons of unspoken information I know that would get me banned if I say it on YouTube. So if you want me to be your mentor one-on-one and to guide you through self-improvement and financial freedom, you'll be surprised that you can get all that for less than $50 a month. Yup, you heard it right. Personal trainer, hopping on a video call with you every few days for less than 50 bucks. Check the description and I'll see you in my private video.